Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese and welcome back to the Twilight Forest where I have been exiled. I'm here with my pups, Dusk and Other One, and we are getting ready to storm a maze. We've not done a maze yet, looking forward to it. Not really worried, consider this seems like a sort of basic overworld thing, and also, I was gonna say, we have a map. We might be able to cheese this, but looking at it, I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and assume that one does not simply break the maze. Ooh. No, you can. You just take damage for it. But you can do it. I'm assuming you're not supposed to, though. It's probably not really in the spirit of the maze. Can you come outside of here? Can you get me? Or are you trapped in the maze? It looks like they're actually incapable. Oh, no, they can absolutely get out of the... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dust! He ran to my rescue like a good little boy, and he died as a result of getting caught in the sword swipe. I'm so sorry, Pink One. I am so sorry. We'll get you a friend on the way back. We're leaving the dogs at home from now on. The dog, not even... I've been leaving them outside of the actual... Am I being attacked by this bird? What is happening? I've been leaving them outside of the actual dungeons for their safety, but even then they are not safe. So we do have a saddle in there, which could be useful if you ever find a horse. That would be good. I would love a horse. That would make getting around here a lot easier. I'd risk bringing a horse with me places. I would absolutely risk that. That would be swell. Some shears? Alright. Some string isn't bad. You know what? We need to follow the basic rules of any maze. And we need to pick a direction and only take turns in that direction. I'm going to take the diamond and leave everything else. We can, of course, come back here later, I reckon, and get all of this stuff. But if this takes us back to the beginning, here's what we're going to do. So here's our entrance with Pink One. We are going to stick exclusively to the right. And we're only going to take right turns. Every right turn that comes our way. Now, obviously, I am taking left turns, but what I mean is, when one road diverges, we take the right. Now, this is the wrong direction, I can already tell you, but we've decided that this is what we're going to do, so we're going to follow it through to completion. And, oh my gosh, yep, leads to a dead end. I was going to say, how does this keep going? We've seen the size of the maze from outside. It's not that large, so this can only go so far. Also, why do I have a pickaxe selected? Oh. Okay, we found our way out. That's good, so we know that there are different entrances. I just thought it was incredibly convenient that the side we approached from was the entrance, but in fact, nay! And nay, I say again. Actually, there's probably 4 different entrances now that I think about it, which is nice. I don't know what I'm looking for. Here's the thing, we're going to deviate from the rules anytime it means destroying a spawner, because that's just asking for trouble, leaving spawners behind. So, continuing in this direction, what happened to the sound there? Okay. What happened to that bird? That's creepy, I don't like it. Continuing on, always going to the right. Again, sometimes you can just tell that it's going to go to a dead end, but you gotta explore it so you can know for sure. Because otherwise you could be trapped in here forever. Also, is it possible that there are no treasures in these mazes? Or rather, there's no center to the maze? Is it possible that all mazes just have a random assortment of chests that we can discover? And if so, uh-oh. Have we done this? You know what? If we sort these, we'll always remember. I think my plan has failed me, because I think somehow we ended up going in a big circle. I must have not been paying enough attention somehow. Hold on, yeah, so we ended up here. And then from here, we want to go in and to the right. That just doubles back. We know that now. So now we go this way. And I've completely lost track of what it was I was trying to say earlier. Oh, what if there is no center to this maze? What if instead of a center, it's just a series of random little chests sprinkled throughout? Was the maze listed in the Chiefs? Hold on, let's check the advancements. Questing Ram... Red-capped goblins. Craft the maze map after obtaining the focus from the labyrinth. Am I in a labyrinth now? I feel like I'm just in a maze. I wouldn't really call what I'm in right now a labyrinth. So, random feathers? I'm gonna go off the trail here. I guess we can... I mean, what is a labyrinth if not a maze by a different name, really, at the end of the day? So, I suppose we can call it that. There's no focuses, though, just apples. Which, don't get me wrong, an apple a day has been known to keep doctors away, but that's only because apples are repulsive. And the worst fruit. Why would you eat an apple when you have so many other fruit options? So many objectively better fruity options. Here's the problem with my method of always sticking to the right wall. Is that a normal maze will have one route to the center and all other routes are dead ends. This maze is not like that. This maze has routes to the outside again. Meaning if we just keep following this route, I think we're probably going to end up eventually just back where we started and not the center of the maze. So I now pose the question to you, do we deviate? Can we deviate? How do we deviate? When do we deviate now? We just walk towards what seems like the center. Right? Like, this is where we put the mark for a reason, because this seems like the center. We've been here already. Have we seen everything there is to see in this place? Have we explored and gotten all of the chests? It kind of feels that way. Somehow a spider survived, but not anymore. We've dealt with it. I'm gonna go ahead and say that, yeah, I think we've seen all there is to see here. So what happens if I start breaking the hedges? Yeah, it hurts a little bit, but we can do it. And the thing with breaking the hedges is that at least then we have a better idea of where everything is relative to everything else. Oh, you know what? Can we snip them? Oh, that would have been great if we could. I found information about the Hedge Maze, okay? Nestled in small clearings throughout the Twilight Forest, hedge mazes are curious sights for new explorers in the dimension, much like ruined standing stones, monuments, and other landmarks that dot the landscape. There has been endless speculation as to why these mazes were built, but no answers have been found to date. Hedge blocks from the walls of the typical maze, canopy tree, hostile wolves, swarm spiders, hedge spiders, ladders, arrows. They do not have any magical protection over them, allowing for exploration. Adventurers agree that these mazes are one of the easier challenges, a good way to stock up on food, supplies, or gain a few levels for enchanting. Yeah, turns out this was a waste of time. There was no point coming here. Is there anything useful nearby? No. No, there isn't. Well, what a journey we've gone on to get here as well. And for naught. I'm going home and we're going to check out the small hole in the hill, or hill, hollow hill, whatever it's called. That's what we're going to do. Get up. We're going to go check out the small hollow hill, so at least we'll have that off our bucket list. And then I say we just start building quarries so that we can just start mining up the hollow hills. Obviously, we have to go inside of them. The large hollow hill has some kind of boss we have to fight. We can't just quarry it up. But not right now, we don't. Oh, okay, that's an edge I almost walked off of because I decided to run through a log. Glad that I did not. Hope that my dog doesn't. I have a question. I just came over here and I got a bunch of cranberries off of this bush. Could I potentially use this, which I didn't try for whatever reason to left-click in the hedge maze? I want to make that clear. I was trying to right-click like you would shear sheep, so it might actually work with the shears. I'm not going back to find out. But can I now plant these and will they grow cranberries for me at my house? I think yes, but I also don't know. So we're going to find out together. We're also going to be squeezing past all of these very large hollow hills where apparently large monsters rest waiting to fight us, which is fun, and we should be back on our map by now. I am going to have the smallest of ganders in here real quick, just to see what, if anything, we see. I wish I could get eyes on this lich that apparently dwells here. We'll have to come back later, though. Come along, pink one. So I made the decision to come straight back to the house here because I wanted to drop off pink one before we continue on. I don't want to risk going to a small hollow hill and having it collapse on top of pink one. It would be my fault, because apparently my dogs only die when I'm directly involved. It's my intervention. We left. We left with dusk and dawn, and we returned with a different dog. And neither dusk nor dawn. Just throwing that out there, but real quick, let's head up here. And I want to build a alchemical bag, because it's not that expensive. And it'll be much better for storing items on the go. For those of you wondering, it looks like, yes, we did get a new color of wool, so it is worth continuing to shear them. Because, I mean, orange is missing, I see that, but not really any other ones. I guess we've got just regular gray is still missing, but I wager we'll find it. So we will need one of each of our covalence dusts. We will need a diamond, and we got one of those on our adventure. But I promptly put it back in the chest. But that's fine, we've got one. We'll actually need 4 of the high covalence dust, but that's fine. We've got so much of this stuff. You get quite a bit of it when you make it, which is spectacular. We need a bunch of wool. It says white wool, but I don't know if it actually matters. And, I mean, we have plenty of white wool. That scared me over there for a minute, just seeing the decapitated head of the Snow Queen looking at me. That was concerning. Got a little nervous seeing that there. Don't care for that. Brown is the thing we have the most of. Now is the moment where we see whether or not we need cobblestone or regular stone. I think we had this exact discussion before. It does look like it needs to be regular stone. I don't know if we already had some, but we'll go ahead and cook up a bit more. And then also this will need to be a chest in order for it to work. And if I had put these in 2 separate furnaces, we would be done now. But as I am a buffoon of a man who does not think about his actions before he makes them, I didn't do that, and now I'm having to stall for time while I wait on the second stone to finish cooking. But with that done, we can now make our second ever alchemical chest, and then immediately convert that into a lovely brown alchemical bag. Now, how does that differ from our white backpack, and why didn't we just make that to begin with? As expressed a couple of times now, I wanted to do something different. We'd made alchemical bags before as part of Tekkit. I wanted to see this recipe, and to be fair, it's a much cheaper recipe. So to refresh your mind on what went into this, it was woven cloth. It is literally just a stick and string. This is something you can get pretty early on. You don't necessarily need to build a special machine to turn your wool into string. You can just go farm some spiders, you'll be fine. Or go farm those houses you find lying around that are full of cobweb. But, you know, the difference is clear. This is about the size of a standard chest. This is about the size of something much bigger. So we are going to get rid of our backpack. It has served us well, so we're not going to destroy it or anything ridiculous like that. We're just going to tuck it away inside of here with other useful gear, you know, like horse armor. We did leave a saddle behind in the maze. I cannot believe I forgot to grab that saddle. We have yet to find a horse in the Twilight Forest, so I'm not that concerned, not overly concerned. Seems unlikely to me we're going to find a horse here since I haven't already, but maybe one will wander our way. At least then we know where to find the saddle. But yeah, for the time being, what was I doing? Oh, the backpack. Right, we're going to retire the backpack and throw... Oh, here's something that this'll do. The repair talisman can actually now live inside of here, and it will repair tools that are inside. Some of you may have noticed that I forgot to deploy the pink bed when we went to go fight the Snow Queen, so if we had died at any point, we would have respawned back here, that is unfortunate. I can't believe I did that. But I did. That was not an accidental gaffe. That was a real goof. I just forgot. For some reason, we're storing Naga scales in here. They really should be stored over here, because this is where we keep the things that belong to the dead. And also, what do we have? We have Naga scales, Naga leggings. What else? Can you build, like, full armor sets out of Naga? If so, we could go ahead and do that. So let's take a look at our uses. It's just the top and the bottom, so we've already done it. I mean, other uses, though... Actually, that's it. We can use them to craft those objects and literally nothing else, so I guess it's fine using them to repair our tools. We are going to keep them over here now, though, because that makes the most sense. This is where we keep the things from the dead. Lovely. I am now ready, I think, to go and plant ourselves some cranberry leaves. By the way, all of our rubber trees have grown, and we've not even talked about them. I've not harvested any rubber for them, or from them, but they are there. The chicken farm, remember we made this for the sake of having plenty of feathers? Well, you know what, it's doing well, and I guess that's where that's going. I'm not totally opposed to that placement, but that's not where I wanted it. Collect that back up, and we'll plant these back behind the house. There's not a lot of action behind the house. Oh, did you see that Yeti appear and disappear? I saw it. Don't think I forgot. We will tuck these away. I don't want them to be stacked on top of each other. That makes it hard to access them. So we're going to do like a 2x2 rank here. There we go. That'll keep all of the bushes accessible from the outside. Perfect, and we'll see whether or not that starts to sprout some cranberries. I am going to go back up real quick because I forgot that we should probably actually keep one of these in our inventory as well as in our bag. So things in here can be repaired as well as things on our person, and we don't need to bring all these eggs and feathers with us. We need to do something with all these eggs, though. I mean, I don't know what our uses for eggs are besides cooking. It'd be really cool if we could make a... What? I'm confused! Maybe we cook with them. Who knows? Maybe we start a cookie factory or a Jaffa factory of some kind. Oh, you know what? We need to make some more... We need to make some more bolts as well. We have the feathers. We're not running low on those. I would be more concerned with iron. We've not been great at iron collection recently. But is this shapelifts? I think we've had that exact question before. We're going to create another 32. You know what? We'll get it to just shy of a... We'll go over a stack. There you go. A stack in a bit. We're running low on iron. We'll probably have to go find more to build a quarry now. That is okay. Life carries on. We got our map out, and we have a look at it. It looks like the small hollow hill is right down here in this sort of little grasslands biome that I know we have been in multiple times. So we have crossed through here more times than I could possibly count now. And we've probably walked right past... Oh, it's right there in front of me. We've probably walked past this hill I don't know how many times. And I just had no idea that something would reside within it that we might seek to claim. What a strange way of saying that sentence, but I think it's time to call it here for this episode. So I'm being beset by a blue bird who's being very hostile toward me. Is that a light gray or a regular gray? Hold still, you. What are you? Come hither. Light gray, darn it. Let me know if you have any, like, dark gray friends, though, or siblings. We'll do this next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless each and every single one of you. I'll see you later. Goodbye.